Want to speak real Hebrew from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at HebrewPod101.com.
Top 10 phrases your parents always say. Let's get started. Tizaher lecha. Be careful. That's like, you're walking on thin ice, buddy. Be careful. Just a disclaimer, my parents never said those things to me because I was an amazing child, but I do have 2 brothers and, tiyeh b'sheket. Be quiet. I wish just everybody, right? Just everybody to be quiet. Titnaeg yafe. Behave. That's like, I think it's not such a bad thing to say. It's like, oh, well, be nice. Even though your friend is a total weirdo who eats his boogers, just be nice. עשה את שיעורי הבית שלך. Do your homework. No TV before you finish. לך לישון. Go to bed. Just a little bit of formaldehyde and just sound asleep. אני סופרת עד 3. I'm going to count to 3. And what? Like nobody ever follows that threat. עצור. Stop. This stop is also like in traffic, like stop, just, yeah. מה אמרת? What did you say? This is like a classic passive-aggressive mother of like, oh, do you want to say that again? You want to say it to my face? Yeah? אני לא צוחקת. I'm not kidding. Why would your child think you're kidding? Nobody's ever kidding. כבה את הטלוויזיה עכשיו. Turn the TV off now. I think probably today it's not so much the TV anymore as like iPad, iPhone, what is it, that thing? Nintendo? I don't know.
The Switch?
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch. Yes. Put your Nintendo Switch down. They can just say, put that thing down. Top 10 phrases you'll need for a date. Also, I want to mention that I will speak as a woman inviting a man out. So all of those phrases will be addressed towards a male. Let's begin. רוצה לצאת איתי לארוחת ערב? Would you like to go out to dinner with me? רוצה לצאת איתי לארוחת ערב? Would you like to go out to dinner with me? Yeah, I think like dinner is a more mature kind of a date. I think it's either if you're more far along in your relationship, like maybe you're a bit more mature and you have more money, but most people maybe will just go out for like a coffee or a beer. רוצה לבלות יחד? Would you like to hang out with me? רוצה לבלות יחד? Would you like to hang out with me? I think this is like a very kind of a vague, obscure kind of a way to ask somebody to do something with you. Like, it's nice to hang out, but, be more specific. Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to have frozen yogurt? Do you want to, like, buy a dress? Do you want to go to the movies? Like, don't be so vague. אתה כל כך חמוד. You're so cute. אתה כל כך חמוד. You're so cute. So in Hebrew, when we say the equivalent of cute, which is chamud, it's kind of like friend-zoning somebody, as a matter of fact. It's not like, cute, like he's handsome, like in English. It's just like saying cute to a dog. And there's also a saying a guy would say, call a dog cute. Like, I'm not cute, I'm a man. So if you're a woman and you're telling a guy he's cute, that's not a compliment. אתה נראה נהדר. You look great. אתה נראה נהדר. You look great. Sometimes like when you see your date, he just comes over and he really looks sharp. It's like, oh, you look great. Yeah. זה היה ערב נהדר. That was a great evening. זה היה ערב נהדר. That was a great evening. Don't say it if you just had like an okay kind of a time, because the word nehedar in Hebrew, it means actually like, great, like fantastic. And if you really had a fantastic time and you're not trying to like play it cool and you really wanted him to know that you had a good time, then say that. But if you're trying to be cool, say something maybe a bit more mild. אני אתקשר אליך. I'll call you. אני אתקשר אליך. I'll call you. Now guys, especially guys, Don't say it if you don't mean it. Just say, it was great seeing you, okay, bye. That's good enough. אני אסיע אותך הביתה. I'll drive you home. אני אסיע אותך הביתה. I'll drive you home. Not if you had drinks. If you had dinner, a soft drink, then sure, drive him home. Why not? Show him your driving skills. באיזו שעה אתה רוצה להיפגש מחר? What time shall we meet tomorrow? באיזו שעה אתה רוצה להיפגש מחר? What time shall we meet tomorrow? Again, this is very useful when you said tomorrow, but you don't really know exactly when. Is it 7? Is it 8? Then just be more specific and ask him what time. רוצה להיפגש שוב? Can I see you again? רוצה להיפגש שוב? Can I see you again? Yeah, it's a very direct thing to ask. I don't think I've ever asked it anybody. And you don't really have to. You just can yeah, okay, I'll call you, or call me. If it's really important to you and, you're not playing any games and you're all being really straightforward and simple, then you might say, רוצה להיפגש שוב? Can I see you again? רוצה ללכת למקום אחר? Shall we go somewhere else? רוצה ללכת למקום אחר? Shall we go somewhere else? If the bar is too loud or, maybe smelly from cigarettes, or maybe the restaurant you wanted to go to there's a bit of a line, and you're thinking, okay, let's not waste our time and maybe you can find someplace that's more comfortable, then you'd ask that, שנלך למקום אחר?
Want to get cheat sheets, audiobooks, lessons, apps, and much more every month for free? Just click the link in the description to get your free language gifts of the month.
10 top phrases to help you in an emergency. Let's start. התקשר למשטרה בבקשה. Call the police, please. התקשר למשטרה בבקשה. Call the police, please. If it's really an emergency, you don't have to say please. Alright? יש לך חום? Do you have a fever? יש לך חום? Do you have a fever? If you do have a fever and it's not just a cold or something, you really should see a doctor. It's really important. איבדתי את הדרכון שלי. I lost my passport. איבדתי את הדרכון שלי. I lost my passport. You can also say passport and people will understand because sometimes in Hebrew we say passport, but usually we say darkon from the word derech, which means way, because it gives way for you to go places. אני לא מרגיש טוב. I don't feel well. אני לא מרגיש טוב. I don't feel well. That's a very general way of saying that you're not feeling well, but if you're at the doctor's office, you will have to specify a little bit further than that. אני צריך רופא. I need a doctor. אני צריך רופא. I need a doctor. Doctor in Hebrew is רופא, and if you translate it to English, it basically means a healer, but it's not like the cosmic kind of a healer with the gems and crystals. It's just that's the meaning of the word. אני לא מצליח למצוא את הדרך חזרה למלון שלי. I can't find the way back to my hotel. אני לא מצליח למצוא את הדרך חזרה למלון שלי. I can't find the way back to my hotel. Luckily today, most people have smartphones and they have a map application, so, you can ask pretty much anybody to just put the address or the name of the hotel, and they can show you how to go. So, that's a big relief. יש בית מרקחת בסביבה? Is there a pharmacy nearby? יש בית מרקחת בסביבה? Is there a pharmacy nearby? In Israel, on Saturdays, usually most pharmacies and any other shops are closed, but there's always one that's supposed to be open 24/7. So if it is Saturday and you're stuck, you should ask for this specific one that is open. אתה יכול לעזור לי? Can you help me? אתה יכול לעזור לי? Can you help me? To help in Hebrew is לעזור. And I ask that for people a lot when I'm at the supermarket and I can't reach the top shelf. אני צריך אמבולנס. I need an ambulance. אני צריך אמבולנס. I need an ambulance. Luckily, that's the same word in Hebrew as it is in English, so whoever you say that to, they would understand even if you don't know the rest of the sentence. It's good enough that you say ambulance and they'll get it. They will call. היכן בית החולים? Where is the hospital? היכן בית החולים? Where is the hospital? In Hebrew, the word hospital is translated to sick people's home. So beit is home or house, and cholim is sick people. 20 travel phrases you should know. Let's get started. אפשר לקבל מפה? Could I get a map? אפשר לקבל מפה? Could I get a map? Obviously, you can hear the closeness between the word map and mapa, and I think probably the origin is like Greek or something like that, and it just, found its way into all the different languages. אתה מדבר אנגלית? Do you speak English? אתה מדבר אנגלית? Do you speak English? Well, obviously, if somebody speaks English, he can answer you that question even if you ask it in English. יש אוטובוס משדה התעופה לעיר? Is there a bus from the airport to the city? יש אוטובוס משדה התעופה לעיר? Is there a bus from the airport to the city? Yeah, that's always very useful. I suggest you ask this question like at the information center inside the airport and not just go outside and start asking people, because most people have their own arrangements of getting to their own places and, just talk to people who know stuff, יש אינטרנט אלחוטי בחינם? Is there free Wi-Fi? יש אינטרנט אלחוטי בחינם? Is there free Wi-Fi? Now this is a question that I can relate to. If you want to ask, what's the Wi-Fi password in Israel, then you should ask, מה הסיסמה ל-Wi-Fi? If you say Wi-Fi, people know what that is. So just ask, מה הסיסמה? יש לכם חדרים פנויים הלילה? Do you have any vacancies tonight? יש לכם חדרים פנויים הלילה? Do you have any vacancies tonight? Girl, if you didn't pre-order your rooms in advance, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Just, whatevs. אני יכול לעבור לחדר אחר? Could I move to a different room? אני יכול לעבור לחדר אחר? Could I move to a different room? I don't normally do this unless the room is really bad or it smells. That happened to me before, when the room just smells out of nowhere. הזמנתי מקום. I have a reservation. הזמנתי מקום. I have a reservation. So this one you can use in both restaurants or hotels or, whenever you make a reservation to. Sometimes it could even be a bus. So that's really useful. אפשר לקבל תפריט בבקשה? Could we have the menu, please? אפשר לקבל תפריט בבקשה? Could we have the menu, please? Yeah, sometimes they just forget. They sit you down, you're at the table. Sometimes they'll even give you water and no menu, so that's kind of funny. יש לך המלצות? Do you have any recommendations? יש לך המלצות? Do you have any recommendations? So I think in Israel, generally, if you ask the waiter if he has recommendations, then he will tell you what he personally likes. Whereas in other places, they would oh, do you have recommendations? And they'll tell you, yeah, this and this, and it's very popular. So I don't know what you guys prefer, but I kind of prefer the waiter's own preference because he probably ate all of the dishes in the menu and he knows what up, אפשר לקבל את החשבון? Could I have the check? אפשר לקבל את החשבון? Could I have the check? Yeah, or you can just and I think that's an international thing, check please, but you'll be surprised, some countries. אני אלרגי לבוטנים. I'm allergic to peanuts. אני אלרגי לבוטנים. I'm allergic to peanuts. That's really important if you're going to restaurants and if you have any sorts of allergies. So you should mention that and you should really make it clear. And funny story, I found out that in Israel, there are much less peanut allergies than any other place in the world because there's a peanut snack that parents just shove to their kids since they're like 0 age, and apparently that kind of immunes them towards peanut allergies, and it's very rare, so yay. מים בבקשה. Water, please. מים בבקשה. Water, please. Yeah, water in restaurants. You should know that you're always supposed to get tap water for free, so remember that. כמה זה עולה? How much is this? כמה זה עולה? How much is this? Also a very useful phrase. You can ask that when you're doing shopping and clothes and like when you're buying tickets for something. So useful. אני רוצה 10 כאלה. I'd like 10 of these. אני רוצה 10 כאלה. I'd like 10 of these. Wow. I don't think I've ever bought 10 of anything. אני רוצה את זה. I'd like this. אני רוצה את זה. I'd like this. So out of all the things, this is the thing you want. And you should emphasize, when you say that, you should emphasize the word זה. It. This. אתה יכול לתת לי הנחה? Could you give me a discount? אתה יכול לתת לי הנחה? Could you give me a discount? Now this one you should always say with a smile on your face. And another way of saying it in Hebrew, which is a little bit more common and a little bit more casual, is instead of the verb לתת, to give, use the verb לעשות, to do. אתה יכול לעשות לי הנחה? אתם מקבלים כרטיסי אשראי? Do you take credit card? אתם מקבלים כרטיסי אשראי? Do you take credit cards? Again, usually yes. Another very useful thing to ask with credit cards is if you can put like the tip in a restaurant, if you can put that on the credit card as well. And when you want to ask that, you'd say, אפשר טיפ באשראי? איפה תחנת הרכבת? Where's the train station? איפה תחנת הרכבת? Where's the train station? I feel like this sentence is more useful in places when you have like an underground train, whereas in Israel you have like a train that goes between cities, but sometimes you need to take that to the airport, so it's good to ask. סליחה? כמה עולה נסיעה? Excuse me, what's the fare? סליחה? כמה עולה נסיעה? Excuse me, what's the fare? I guess you'd ask that probably only on a bus in Israel and not in any other place. אתה יכול לצלם אותי בבקשה? Could you take a picture of me, please? אתה יכול לצלם אותי בבקשה? Could you take a picture of me, please? Yeah, so if you're not that much into selfies or you want to get a more panoramic or wide view of what's behind you, then ask somebody. Don't be shy.
Want to get cheat sheets, audiobooks, lessons, apps, and much more every month for free? Just click the link in the description to get your free language gifts of the month.
10 phrases to amaze native speakers. Okay, are you ready? Let's start. אני אדבר עברית ברמת שפת אם תוך 3 שנים. I'll speak Hebrew in a native level in 3 years. אני אדבר עברית ברמת שפת אם תוך 3 שנים. I'll speak Hebrew in a native level in 3 years. You think you can? Well, prove it. Start now. אני יכולה לצפות בסרטים בעברית ללא כתוביות. I can watch movies in Hebrew without subtitles. אני יכולה לצפות בסרטים בעברית ללא כתוביות. I can watch movies in Hebrew without subtitles. There actually are a lot of good movies done in Israel in the last 10 years. Obviously more, but if you want to, be updated. A few of my favorite are Jellyfish, which is amazingly good, I think. And another one who was actually nominated for the Academy Awards called Vals עם Bashir, Waltz with Bashir, I think. It's a really good movie. אני יכולה לשנן בערך 50 מילים חדשות בעברית ביום. I can memorize around 50 new Hebrew words a day. אני יכולה לשנן בערך 50 מילים חדשות בעברית ביום. I can memorize around 50 new Hebrew words a day. That's crazy, can you? You say that to me and I will be amazed. Just saying. אני לומדת עברית כבר 10 שנים. I've been learning Hebrew for 10 years. אני לומדת עברית כבר 10 שנים. I've been learning Hebrew for 10 years. Well, that would only amaze me if you don't speak Hebrew at this point, because learning a language for 10 years and not being able to speak it, well, that is amazing. אני לומדת עברית לגמרי לבד. I'm learning Hebrew all by myself. אני לומדת עברית לגמרי לבד. I'm learning Hebrew all by myself. That is impressive. How do you do that? With HebrewPod101.com? Well, in Israel, when we're impressed, we have this sound that we make. It goes, psh. Okay, so this is what you say when you're impressed. All by yourself? Psh. I am amazed. You know what? Amazed. הבנתי את כל מה שאמרת. I understood everything you said. That's a funny one. הבנתי את כל מה שאמרת. I understood everything you said. I hope you understand everything I say. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here talking to myself. But you know what? Props to you. חוץ מעברית, אני יכולה לדבר גם כמה שפות אחרות. Apart from Hebrew, I can speak a few other languages as well. Well, that's just bragging. חוץ מעברית, אני יכולה לדבר גם כמה שפות אחרות. Apart from Hebrew, I can speak a few other languages as well. Well, you don't need to brag, okay? I only have 2. How many languages can you speak? Leave a comment below. Make us jealous. לקח לי רק שנה אחת על מנת לדבר בשטף. It took me only 1 year to become fluent. לקח לי רק שנה אחת על מנת לדבר בשטף. It took me only 1 year to become fluent. Well, I am amazed by that because, as you probably already know, Hebrew is a difficult language to learn, but I think it's doable. עברית היא כיפית וקלה ללמידה. Hebrew is fun and easy to learn. עברית היא כיפית וקלה ללמידה. Hebrew is fun and easy to learn. I would be happy if you think that. Yeah, do you agree? Is Hebrew fun and easy to learn? Hope it is. תודה, אבל זו לא שפת האם שלי למען האמת. Thank you, but I'm not a native speaker actually. תודה, אבל זו לא שפת האם שלי למען האמת. Thank you, but I'm not a native speaker actually. You're not a native speaker? Then, you're really good. One that would really amaze me will be, למדתי את כל זה אתמול. I learned all of that yesterday. Must have been a busy day. 15 questions you should know. So, let's start. מאיפה אתה? Where are you from? מאיפה אתה? Where are you from? And if you want to ask a female, it's מאיפה את? אני מתל אביב. I am from תל אביב. בן כמה אתה? How old are you? בן כמה אתה? How old are you? For a female, it would be בת כמה את? I'm not gonna answer that one. מה שמך? What's your name? מה שמך? What is your name? For a female, מה שמך? A more common way of asking that would be איך קוראים לך? Or for a female, איך קוראים לך? Which literally mean how are you called? מה שלומך? How are you? מה שלומך? Or מה שלומך for a woman, and this is how are you? How do you feel? מה זה? What's this? מה זה? What is this? מה זה? Some people use it as what? Like, what did you say? מה זה? But most of the times it's used when you want to know what a thing is. Excuse me? מה זה? מה אמרת? What did you say? מה אמרת? What did you say? And for a female, מה אמרת? לא אמרתי כלום. I didn't say anything. איפה אתה עובד? Where do you work? איפה אתה עובד? Where do you work? and for a female, איפה את עובדת? איפה השירותים? Where's the bathroom? Memorize this one. איפה השירותים? Where is the bathroom? Excuse me. איפה השירותים? איפה אתה גר? Where do you live? איפה אתה גר? Where do you live? Or for female, איפה את גרה? מתי יום ההולדת שלך? When is your birthday? מתי יום ההולדת שלך? When is your birthday? For female, מתי יום ההולדת שלך? כמה זמן אתה לומד עברית? How long have you been studying Hebrew? כמה זמן אתה לומד עברית? How long have you been studying Hebrew? For female, כמה זמן את לומדת עברית? איפה למדת עברית? Where did you learn Hebrew? איפה למדת עברית? Where did you study Hebrew? Or for female, איפה למדת עברית? That's an easy question. HebrewPod101.com. היית בישראל? Have you been to Israel? היית בישראל? Have you been to Israel? For a female, היית בישראל? Well, have you? אתה אוהב אוכל ישראלי? Do you like Israeli food? אתה אוהב אוכל ישראלי? Do you like Israeli food? And for a female, את אוהבת אוכל ישראלי? איפה אתה רוצה לבקר? Where do you want to visit? איפה אתה רוצה לבקר? Where do you want to visit? Or for a female, איפה את רוצה לבקר? And phrases you always want to hear. So the first one is צדקת. You were right. צדקת. You were right. I said it in the female form, צדקת. For a male, it would be צדקת. You were right. I knew it. I'm always right. אני מתגעגעת אלייך. I miss you. אני מתגעגעת אלייך. I miss you. This is a really interesting verb, I think, because it doesn't exist in English. In English, you say, I miss you, which is really nice, but in Hebrew, you have a special verb for this feeling of missing someone or something. מתגעגע for a male, מתגעגעת for a female. So I like this one. אני מתגעגעת אלייך. את טבחית מעולה. You're an excellent cook. את טבחית מעולה. You're an excellent cook. For a male, אתה טבח מעולה. את נראית נהדר היום. You look great today. את נראית נהדר היום. You look great today. For a male, אתה נראה נהדר היום. הבאתי לך משהו מיוחד. I brought you something special. הבאתי לך משהו מיוחד. I brought you something special. For a male, הבאתי לך משהו מיוחד. התקציב הוא בלתי מוגבל. The budget is unlimited. התקציב הוא בלתי מוגבל. The budget is unlimited. This goes for all genders. Yay! את המנצחת. You are the winner. Yeah, it's always fun to hear. For a female, it would be את המנצחת. You're the winner. אתה מנצח. You're the winner. I want to thank my parents and everyone that helped me get here. You love me. You really love me. יהיה בונוס בסוף החודש. There'll be a bonus at the end of the month. יהיה בונוס בסוף החודש. There'll be a bonus at the end of the month. Yes. עשית עבודה נהדרת. You did a great job. עשית עבודה נהדרת. You did a great job. It's always fun to hear. For a male, it would be עשית עבודה נהדרת. תודה, לא היינו יכולים לעשות את זה בלעדייך. Thanks, we couldn't have done this without you. תודה, לא יכולנו לעשות את זה בלעדייך. Thanks, we couldn't have done this without you. For a male, בלעדיך.